Hi everyone, this is Jackie Gipe. This is going to be a quick video about the Message Center in Pulse. You can see I've got the Message Center pulled up right now. And there's really three parts to this screen here. You've got all of the sendable messages on the left-hand side. You've got a template guide in the middle, and then this right-hand side will be where you will create new messages that you want to be able to send. But before we get into that, I do want to point out that there's a drop-down menu that allows you to select the school you want. It should, again, default to whatever your school is set to in your profile. But if I click on this, I could go to a specific center or I can view all centers. Just be aware that wherever you create your message, that's the school it's going to be located in. So if I were to select Belding and have that pulled up and create a new message, that new message would be saved in the Belding school. So if I went to Fuller, then I wouldn't see that message anymore. I'd have to create a new one. So I'm going to stay in all centers here just for the ease of the demo. And the first thing I'm actually going to do is create a new message. Okay, so I want to send a message. I'm going to hit this new message button up here. You can see schools. It says all centers here. Again, I could change where that's going if I want. I'm going to title my note. We're recommending, just because any message that gets created will be saved in this area on the left-hand side. Just for ease in terms of your center, we're recommending you use your last name as an identifier of the title in the beginning. That way you can find all of your specific messages and then title the message whatever you want. So I'm going to say, hey, this is Gipe. This will be my Friday message. Okay. Then you get to the message portion where you can actually write your message out. So I want this to be kind of a for fun message that's going to go to all of my students. It's Friday. I want to say something encouraging, maybe mention the weekend, something like that. So what I'm going to do is create this message using some information from the template guide here. So I'm going to start by saying hi, and instead of typing a specific name, I'm going to put student name. Super important that what you type here, if it's part of a merger field, it matches exactly what's in this middle section. So notice for student name, I used the square brackets, capital S, capital N, and no space in between so that this matches exactly. So I'm going to say, hi, student name, happy Friday. And then maybe I want to do something for fun. Maybe I want to ask them a question. What's your favorite movie to watch to kick off the weekend? So maybe that's the message I want to send. And again, I want that to go to all of my students. So coming down a little bit farther, I have some types and conditions I could put in. That's going to shorten or make the group of students that receives this message smaller. Okay, if I don't do anything to these areas, it's going to go to all of my active students here. Okay, so I could go ahead and add that message. Let's say I did want to add a type on here. I can put in conditions based off of day of the week. You don't really need to use that one. But number of logins, percent progress to goal, and minutes. So time on task. Those are the conditions I can choose. So maybe I only want this message to go to my students who haven't logged in at all. Okay, so I would select number of logins, condition equal to 0. Because I want it to go to all my kids who haven't logged in. I want to engage them in a conversation that isn't related to school. So I could do that. Maybe I want to send it to students who have logged in 3 times so far this week and they're 50% to goal. Okay. Now that's a pretty specific condition that honestly might not be any student on my caseload. So maybe I just want it to be they're greater than 50% progress to goal. Okay. So those are my conditions that I have available here. I'm actually going to go ahead and just take those all out because, again, I want this message to go to everyone on my caseload here. So I'm going to remove those, take those out. If I'm happy with my message, I'm going to go ahead and hit Add New Message. So now that message is added to the left-hand side of the screen. Okay, you can see I've got a bunch of different messages here. That's, again, why that naming convention is kind of important to help you organize. So now I've actually created a sendable message. So what I can do is go ahead and hit that Send Message button. And this should default to your school and your name as a teacher. Mine's got all of them in there so you can see messages to send. I could send a message right now to 2,606 kids. Not going to do that. That would be a little crazy. But I am going to go ahead and change this message here. I want to find my message. Oh, and so here's where it gets exciting. I actually created two Gype messages for Friday. So I made a label that's the exact same. So I don't know which one is which. I'd actually have to go back and view. So I'm going to do that right now. So really quick, I'm going to close out of that, and I'm actually going to go and find my Gype messages. If you use the Command F button here, that'll kind of help you so you don't have to scroll all the way through those messages. I just type my last name, and I can come to all of my messages here. And I can see that I have two messages named Gype Friday Message. So I can see my first one is one that I created before. This second one is the one that asks about the favorite movie. So what I'm actually going to do is go in here and edit the previous, or sorry, I'm going to edit this one. I'm going to hit the edit button, and then I have to scroll all the way up here. And I'm going to say Gype movie message. That way I know which one it is. So I'm going to edit it, update the message. And now that it's been updated, I can go to send message here, and I'm going to go to Gype movie message, and now I'll be able to send the message that I want. So again, I can see how many students it's going to go to, and then I would hit this send messages button. Not going to do that right now, but once I do hit that send messages button, a new window should pop up, and it'll list all of the students that your message is going to. So that's how you use the Message Center tool. It can be really valuable in reaching out to all of your students who are using the Comm app. If you have any further questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks.